Hi everybody, Leisa Woolsey, life coach, coming to you from Airdrie, Alberta, Canada. Welcome to today's coaching video. Hope everybody's doing well. Pretty jazzed to be here. Today, as often is the case, I have a fairly big topic to discuss. We're going to talk about empowerment. And we've touched on it previously in other videos and how I kind of look at all of this, whether it's, growing in your life, your spirit, spirituality, just becoming a better person, whatever it is, whatever path you're on. I sort of view it as a garden, living your best life, and there's many different pieces to it, and you have to water it and tend to it and care for it, and sometimes you have to pull weeds, and you don't just plant a section and then never go back there. You revisit it and you go back to that, and that's what seed planting is, and that's sort of the purpose of all these videos. So I like to revisit some things or talk about a different component of them or just plant another seed. So today, with respect to empowerment, I want to talk about it because I think often it gets confused with a really crazed kind of shut down, blocked off behavior. And I want to mention a couple things about that. Obviously, these videos are little short and sweet things and we can't cover it all today, but here goes the seed plant. So number one, empowerment is never about blame. And for me, it's about taking personal responsibility for the role that you play, the role that you played, the role that you're going to be playing. There's many examples. One of them that comes to mind is you're in a relationship, because relationship, I believe, Gabby Bernstein always talks about our relationships being our biggest assignments, and I so believe that, our intimate relationships, whether it's with our significant others or with our children and or both of them, that's where some big stuff tends to come up. So let's say we had a relationship in the past and we felt that we were very controlled in that relationship. First of all, we need to take a look at the role that we played. We allowed ourselves to be controlled. So there's some learning and some growing and some understanding and some forgiveness that needs to take place there. The second step is that whenever you develop a behavior from a reactionary place, a triggered place, a non-healed place, that is not empowerment. That's just developing a behavior to deal with and cover up what needs to be looked at, tended to, and healed. That is not empowerment. So, for example, for a period of time, way back in the day, I was in an abusive relationship. And when I got out of that relationship, I thought I was empowered and clear about something because I became a little bit of a nutbag going forward with other people, other men, whenever they even tried to control me in any way. I just exploded. And in my mind at the time, I felt like I was being empowered. But I wasn't being empowered. I then just developed a very poor behavior to deal with something that needed to be looked at and healed and dealt with, and I needed to get some peace and forgiveness and clarity and power around it so that I could move through it and just be clear and on a path, and it doesn't need to be jagged and fragmented and explosive and really not serving me and not creating solutions or resolutions regarding that. I just went off like a hot mess, thought I was being all fierce and empowered, and really I wasn't. So that's the dealio. I want you to take a look at that in your life, because empowerment is a peaceful force. It's a clear force. It's a centered and balanced space that we hold for ourselves. So if you are choosing very reactionary, non-serving, triggered, explosive, frantic, manic, crazed behaviors to deal with something, and you think that you're being empowered, we want to just take a look at that and see how we can plant new seeds and shift the behavior and really get to a quality space with it, because that allows us to truly grow and expand. And I find that when we get to that place, the behavior that existed in the past that we were in reaction to doesn't actually show up anymore, because the lesson has been learned and the peace now exists. You've made peace from all the pieces, as Ian Levanzant says, and goodness is there, so you don't need to keep, the lesson doesn't show up because you've learned it and you can move on, and it's a very beautiful thing. So take a look at your life, see if there's any areas where you're confusing empowerment with something else, and think about, you know, planting some seeds and how you can shift that and turn it around and move into a different direction. Because anytime we're in that crazed, dark, jagged energy, that's not a healed space. That's not a space of where high level choices and behaviors and actions are coming from. It just simply isn't. It's shut down, it's closed off, it's dark, it's undealt with, it's all kinds of things. So just have a look, see what comes up. Would love to hear from you. You can always comment below, or you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, my website, www.leisawoolsey.com. And yeah, I hope everybody's having a good, empowered, happy week. I look forward to doing another video next week. Take care of you, and I will see you next Tuesday.